Hello and welcome along to round 2 of the West Wales Karting Virtual Racing GT4 versus Touring Car Championship. And today we are here at the Nürburgring Mullenbach circuit. As you can see, the 0.92 mile 8-turn circuit, incorporating some of the most fantastic corners on the Nürburgring GP circuit, of course, not the Nordschleife. And there's a championship standings and indeed the grid for today, with GT4 starting just ahead of the touring cars. So we're going to have Scuderia Sam from Alex CDL, and then Alex Brown, Big Bad Wolf, Unfixed Drone, and then the first of the touring cars, Chris Doherty and D-Man, both for Team Ireland, BTCC Dan, Crazy Stewpot, and then Stuart Davis as well, who had some issues at the first race at Ruapuna. So it's a double header for the same evening, so let's see how they get on. And they're on the grid now, and we're going to be waiting for the lights here, and they're starting on the downhill section, and it's go. Oh, and Alex Brown gets an absolute stormer of a start and slams into Alex CDL already before they even got underway properly. Yeah, Scuderia Sam has a good start too. Into turn 1 they go now, and Chris Doherty is on the inside of Big Bad Wolf, who gets nudged a bit wide, and now he's playing with his old nemesis BTCC Dan. There's an incident in the background. I think that was Stuart Davis and Crazy Stewpot, the two stews coming together, as Chris Doherty gets a bit out of shape now in the touring car, and that's BTCC Dan going for a dive down the inside, I think, of Big Bad Wolf. Oh, they're getting together again. Oh, they can't leave each other alone, can they? And there's Chris Doherty looking down the inside of Alex CDL as well. And in the background as well, as Alex CDL gets pushed wide in the background, the battle's still raging on between the green machine of BTCC Dan and the Big Bad Wolf 2 in the Toyota GT86 GT4 car. And they're all going round now to finish the first lap here, down into the hairpin corner. And Chris Doherty now is firmly ahead of Alex CDL. So now he is going to be chasing on to Alex Brown in the one of the 3 Ginettas we've got in this field today. And there's a Ginetta 1-2 at the moment. Alex had a great start, 3rd place on the grid. And that's Alex trying to have a go down inside onto Chris Doherty, but just got out of shape a little bit, and that's lost him a lot of time, and now he's going to be under pressure. Oh, he's already been passed, look, by BTCC Dan. And now he's defending hard from the Toyota of Big Bad Wolf, and he's going to go around the outside. Oh, and he gets a big wiggle on, does a big wiggle indeed, Big Bad Wolf there. A big bad wiggle. And Chris Doherty is now going down the inside of Alex Brown, who runs a little bit wide, and that's quite an easy overtake in the end for Chris. So now Alex needs to try and hold on to Chris here, because Chris is on the move, isn't he? He had a fantastic race at Ruapuna, and you can see, look at the touring car drifting through the Schumacher S's there of BTCC Dan. Incredible. You can see what he can really do behind the wheel when he's going for it, and oh! Just as I say that, he makes contact with Alex CDL's Mustang, the loudest car in the field. You can probably hear the Mustang no matter what battle we're following here. So yeah, just a bit of a nudge out of the way there. Alex won't take too kindly to that, so he's going to be trying hard now to catch back up. But the touring cars are quicker on this circuit. BTCC Dan's been posting some serious lap times around here during practice, when these drivers have all practiced with each other beforehand. Of course, some of these drivers are using the Xbox controller, others are using the steering wheel and pedal setup. Unfixed Drone riding on board with at the moment. Not sure what he's using at the moment actually, but he's certainly a very smooth and very quick driver, as we've seen before as well. He hasn't quite got the pace of some of the others, but he gets on with it, and when everyone else is crashing into each other, Unfixed Drone quietly goes about his business and gets to the front somehow, almost unnoticed sometimes. But there he is in the yellow Ginetta. So there's 3 Ginettas in this race: Scuderia Sam, Alex Brown and Unfixed Drone. Very popular car choice. Seems to be handling well here at the Mullenbach circuit at Nürburgring, which is an excellent circuit for racing. And we've raced here a couple of times in the past. Once, way back, we raced in the V8 supercars. It was a fantastic race. And Crazy Stewpot, look, he ran a little bit wide. You kind of have to get a slingshot out of turn 1 up the hill here, otherwise you're in trouble as you go through the Schumacher S's. And indeed, look, Stuart Davis is now past. Who is he battling with there, actually? Who was that? Couldn't quite see. Oh, it was Alex CDL's Mustang, look. So Stuart Davis, oh, look. Stuart Davis and Alex CDL. Where have we heard this before? These two are serious rivals and competitors when it comes to West Wales Karting virtual races. And they've had a number of battles in the past, so let's see what they can cook up for us now at this race today. Stuart Davis just ahead of Alex, so Alex is going to be desperate to get past. That Mustang is fast on the straight, the fastest car here, and by far the most powerful car here as well. But of course, going through these corners, especially the fiddly bits now that we come to here, a little bit of a handful. There's actually Stuart Davis getting out of shape, look, in that sort of West Wales karting liveried car that he tends to go with. And yeah, he gets a bit of a shape, and now Alex is all over the back of him. And he looks down the inside. Oh, he doesn't quite make it stick though. He was a little bit too far back, and he decided to think better of it and pull out and go again for another attempt as they head on to start a new lap here now. So it's a 15-minute race. Qualifying, of course, it wasn't any qualifying because there's no lane on this circuit. So it was decided on the results of the first race, with the touring cars having to start behind the GT4 cars. That's due to just a rule that's on Project Cars. Oh, and Alex going down the inside of Stuart Davis, and Stuart Davis leaves him plenty of room. They're trying not to hit each other for once. Oh, and as I say that, they do hit each other for once. And Alex CDL gets a firm nudge, and Stuart Davis says, "Not today, Alex. You're going to stay behind me in 7th place," as they're battling over now, 6th and 7th, and they're quite a bit off the leaders now. They're about 12-13 seconds off the lead. As we have a look now, a great shot at the Mustang. Mustang RTR GT4 car, about 450 horsepower. And oh, he's got past, look. Stuart Davis made a mistake in that first corner, and that's Alex CDL straight past. He must have had a fantastic run downhill, and now he's got a fantastic run uphill as well as they go through the S's. And yeah, he's passed. So Stuart Davis is going to be trying hard to try and get back past. This is where he's going to fancy his chances, I reckon, in these twisty little bits that massive Mustang needs to try and negotiate. And you can see he's struggling really. As soon as it heats up those tyres in that car, you lose a lot of grip. And now we're looking at the battle for, this is 4th place, Alex Brown in the Ginetta. He's lost a position to BTCC Dan's Green Machine touring car. BTCC Dan, a very big fan of the touring cars. And he is pulling away at the moment from Alex. So Alex is doing his best to try and hang on to him. And the Ginetta, of course, is a quick car, so he's got a good chance here as Alex. I mean, his teammate Scuderia Sam is leading the race at the moment. He won Ropuna after a very tight battle with Chris Doherty and D-Man in the end, who both did absolutely fantastically to come through the field. And either one of those three drivers could have won, but in the end it was Scuderia Sam who just pipped Chris Doherty to the line. And Alex Brown is actually losing time at the moment to another GT4 car just behind him. The sole Toyota GT86 car is closing in, and the Toyota isn't the most powerful or the lightest, or it's probably not the favoured car, but in the hands of Big Bad Wolf, who is a supremely skilled driver, of course. We've seen some of his shenanigans on the track. Oh, Alex is going for some shenanigans now. And Big Bad Wolf, yeah, he's certainly capable of hauling in Alex here. Alex has been racing for many, many years as well. He's an experienced sim driver. And he's had many battles over the years with Scuderia Sam too in their private battles. But now I think he's going to come under supreme pressure from the Wolf. And he's hunting him down, and he's looking for a way past. You can see him, the Toyota swerving this way and that, just having a look down the straight, trying to spot where the weak spots are of that Ginetta just up ahead. And whilst he's doing that, he's got a big old Mustang bearing down on him. So he needs to try and get past Alex as quick as he can. Otherwise, Alex CDL is going to make this a 3-car fight. And you really don't want to be the car in the middle of a 3-way fight, because you've got to defend and attack simultaneously. And that's when things can get messy, as we've seen before. So as they go on now to start another lap, it's Big Bad Wolf in 5th place, chasing Alex Brown for 4th, with Alex CDL coming in behind. So Big Bad Wolf is in an Alex sandwich right now. And, oh, he's drifting that Toyota around turn 1, isn't he? He loves trying to get the front end in, does he? Through there, but I think it's cost him a little bit of time on this occasion, because now the power of the Mustang is coming up behind him, and Alex CDL is closing as they go through the Schumacher S's, and Big Bad Wolf kicks up a bit of dust, and he's left the inside line open, and oh, contact, big contact actually. Well, maybe not that big actually, but Alex's Mustang clips the rear of the Toyota GT86 of Big Bad Wolf, and he's through. So Alex is through now on Big Bad Wolf. So Big Bad Wolf is going to have to try and stick in the slipstream of the Mustang. He's going to find it hard to get past that huge car, which almost takes up half the track when you're sitting behind it. It looks so big. It's like, how on earth can you overtake this thing when it's taking up so much room? But anyway, back with the leader now. Scuderia Sam in the Ginetta. We haven't seen much of him at the moment. And he was saying he really enjoys this circuit, actually. It's one of his favourites, and he really enjoys driving this car. So in theory, he should be well set to win this one. But Chris Doherty is a formidable competitor, especially in a touring car. He's a bit of a touring car specialist, so he's got a serious fight on his hands. about just over 2 seconds is the gap between the two of them at the moment, and it has been fluctuating between 2 and 2.5 since the start of the race. So it's look at that, Jeanetta's getting slightly out of shape there. I think the tyres might be going off on that slightly, and Chris will enjoy seeing that one, because now look, the gap is down to 1.5 seconds, so it's closed in half a second in just one lap. The lap times look 41.3 for Scuderia Sam last time round. This time it's that was a 41.3 and a 41.1 for Chris, but it was a 40.8 or something the last time round for Chris. So he's certainly catching Scuderia Sam, and Scuderia Sam now has a little bit of traffic to contend with, but it is the super fair and stable unfixed drone who's lapping there. So yeah, no problems there at all. Unfixed drone, an extremely fair driver. He just lets the leaders through, and he follows in behind and tries to follow their line, see where he can make up a little bit more time. And now the battle's back on, because Chris has got past Unfixed Drone as well. So starting a new lap now. Chris Doherty bearing down on Scuderia Sam here. This is familiar, isn't it, from Ruapuna Park A circuit at round 1. And these two tied on points in the championship, of course, for their respective classes. So Scuderia Sam leading the GT4, Chris Doherty leading touring car. But Chris here, at this stage of the race, he has certainly got the upper hand in that blue car. There he's chasing Scuderia Sam, and Scuderia Sam's coming under quite a bit of pressure now. And it looks like, at the moment, he hasn't got an answer for Chris, because Chris is just hauling him in the last couple of laps. The gap's gone down from over 2 seconds to under 1 second. And now we've got Alex CDL chasing Alex Brown. So the battle of the Alex is on for 4th and 5th. BTCC Dan is just up ahead, out of shot. And Alex goes down the inside of Alex. And Alex defends. And now Alex is looking for an overtake. This could get very confusing. And Alex CDL is in the slipstream in that Mustang. You see how big a car it is, and he's looking for a way down the inside. But Alex Brown defends very well there. He held the inside line well. And now let's see what sort of run he gets out up onto the hill. And it was half decent, wasn't it? It was good enough anyway, because Alex CDL hasn't managed to get alongside Alex Brown. I'm surprised there hasn't been that many battles between these two before, actually. Oh, and Alex CDL now barges his way past. But Alex Brown's got the inside line for the next bit. And now he's going to run Alex CDL out a little bit wide, but he leaves him a little bit of room. And Alex CDL doesn't need a second invitation, because now he's going down the inside. But Alex Brown finds enough grip around the outside. And now he switches to the inside, going down the hill as they start a new lap. And Alex Brown manages to hold the position. Very well held there, indeed, because Alex CDL is an extremely capable driver, and he knows how to make an overtake. But Alex Brown clearly knows how to defend. Oh, but he doesn't know how to defend that one, because he's been shunted off the circuit into the gravel a little bit there. And don't know what happened there. A little bit of difference in the braking zones caught the both of them out a bit. You could say Alex CDL punted him off a bit there, perhaps. But anyway, he's through. He's through into 4th position now after being spun by PTCC Dan in the beginning. I think he's just going for it at this stage. But now Stuart Davis is going to be hunting Alex Brown, because Alex Brown also gave up position to Big Bad Wolf's Toyota, who's trying to chase as hard as he can onto Alex CDL. So now Big Bad Wolf is in another Alex sandwich, and Alex Brown is just holding off Stuart Davis at the moment. But Stuart Davis is chasing hard. He hasn't really featured much in this race so far, Stuart Davis. We usually see him getting involved in all sorts of action. Normally you switch to his car and it's either overtaking someone, defending from someone, or it's spinning round, or it's upside down, or whatever. But at the moment he's having a bit of a quiet one, is Stuart. Quietly getting on with business. He's been very busy recently, because he obviously works in the West Wales karting circuit, and they've reopened and they're doing a lot of business at the moment, so perhaps he hasn't had the time to practice so much. Could be affecting his performance here at the moment. But there's one thing for sure with Stuart Davis: he's a racer, and he'll certainly find a way to have a good race when he's a similar pace with someone else. But I think, talking of similar pace, Chris Doherty has got a lot more pace than Scuderia Sam at the moment. Look how close they are. And we're coming into the final stages of this race now. Just another couple of laps left. 21 laps they've done of this track so far in the 15-minute race that we're going to have here. So another minute or so. This could be their last lap, actually. Chris Doherty very close to Scuderia Sam. Can he get him into probably the main overtaking zone, through the Schumacher Lessons to go, down into the tight twiddly bit in the middle? And Scuderia Sam knows that he holds the inside line. So there's not really going to be an opportunity here for Chris unless he can try and go down the inside on the last corner. So this is it for Chris Doherty. Is he going to have a go or not? He's thinking about it, but he doesn't quite have the momentum out of the twiddly bit in the middle. And coming out of the last corner, it's Scuderia Sam who's leading, and he's going to take the flag here. So Scuderia Sam makes it 2 from 2 ahead of Chris Doherty. And Chris Doherty... Oh, is there another lap left? Oh, there's another lap left. My bad. So Chris Doherty now is still holding on to Scuderia Sam. Is he going to have another go? Because there's at least one more lap left. Sorry. Scuderia Sam holding the inside line now. And Chris Doherty trying to go around the outside, but didn't quite manage it. You see, through that bit, if you know how to defend, it's actually very hard to make an overtaking manoeuvre for the other driver. So anyway, they go around the last corner now. Is this the last lap? It could very well be. Couldn't quite see the clock there. 43 seconds left. Oh, look how close they are going across the line. Oh, and it's Scuderia Sam who just takes the win there ahead of Chris Doherty. A very close finish indeed. Just a couple of tenths in it. Fantastic race by those two. Not a lot of wheel-to-wheel action, but very hard driving by the both of them. And it's the same result for the top two as round one. And at Ruapuna now, BTC Sedan has crossed the line too in third to take a podium. Very good race there, very solid from BTC Sedan. Reminding us of Dan Holloway from PS4. And Alex CDL in the Mustang, 4th. Big Bad Wolf, 5th. Alex Brown in the Ginetta, 6th. Stuart Davis in the Touring Car, 7th. Crazy Stupor, 8th in the Touring Car. And Unfixed Throne is in 9th there. And as we look now at the confirmation of the results. So it's a very mixed, you can see there, GT4, Touring Car, GT4, 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 Touring Car. It's really mixed up, and it's a very good battle between these two types of cars, these two classes of cars. Very similar lap times as well, 40.6 for Chris, 40.8 for Scuderia Sam. And those are the only two drivers in the 40s actually, look, fastest lap times. Anyway, so it's 2 wins from 2 in the respective classes for Chris Doherty and Scuderia Sam. Alex CDL in the second GT4 car, Mustang, he's in second place or third place overall, you could say. And BTC Sedan and D-Man in touring cars, Big Bad Wolf and Alex Brown there in GT4s. Stuart Davis is having a bit of a time of it there in the touring car, and Crazy Stupor in the touring car, and then Unfixed Throne in the GT4, rounding out the order. Join us next week where we've got another 2 exciting races lined up. See you there.